You know, I'm not surprised at all by how well the Giants are doing. It's just that the way they've lost some of these games is something that I don't understand. Anyway, what is going on, everyone? My name is the California Cougar, and today I'm going to be talking about the Giants. God, I can't even talk. But I'm going to be talking about the Giants today. So, anyway, guys, we're 1/3 of the way through the season. The Giants have played 20 games out of the 60 that they're scheduled to play, and they're 8-12. I shouldn't be surprised by that at all, but then again, we've lost some games that were just real heartbreakers. So let's get right into it. First of all, I'll talk about some of the positives. There's 3 people on the Giants right now that I want to shout out. Mike Yastrzemski, Donovan Solano, and Austin Slater. These 3 are carrying our offense. All 3 of them have OPSs over 1,000, averages over 300. Solano actually has an average over 400. And yeah, like those 3, they're hitting well. Yastrzemski's hitting home runs. Solano's getting on base a lot. Slater's getting on base. Like, they're carrying our offense. Simple as that. Also, a couple of our starting pitchers. Johnny Cueto, I mean, he's doing all right. He is carrying a no-hitter into the 6th inning the other day. Kevin Gausman's been pitching okay. But that's really the only positive things I can say about this team. I mean, yeah, sure, they got a comeback win the other night against the Astros. But other than that, I mean, they're playing well against the Dodgers, I guess. But other than that, they're just getting smacked around, as expected. So, yeah, first of all, the Giants. They need new bats. They really do. Like, Yastrzemski, Solano, and Slater can't carry the whole offense. Like, Brandon Belt, Brandon Crawford, Evan Longoria. Where the hell are you guys at? All 3 of those guys are batting like below 200, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Longoria is, but I know Crawford and Belt both are. Like, you guys were a part of the Giants core that won 3 World Series championships at the beginning of the decade. Where are you guys? Where are your bats? And the same thing can be said about Hunter Pence. I mean, Hunter Pence, man, he has been the biggest disappointment so far this year. He can't hit. He can't play defense either. The other game against the Dodgers, where Johnny Cueto had a no-hitter into the 6th inning, you know how he lost that no-hitter? Hunter Pence couldn't find the ball. Like, how do you lose a pop-up? You lost a freaking pop-up. And that allows Kike Hernandez to reach 3rd. They almost blew the game because of that. Johnny Cueto just totally lost his mojo after that. And I guarantee it's because Hunter Pence couldn't make the damn play. Not to mention, he's hitting below 100 right now. Now, granted, he did have a big home run against the Astros the other night. Woohoo, a stroke of luck. About frickin' time you do something useful for once in your life, Pence. But yeah, where's the 2014 Hunter Pence? You know, the one that was an all-star, the one that, like, led our team to a World Series, basically. Like, the guy who motivated us to do well. Where's that Hunter Pence? And don't even get me started on the pitchers, other than Cueto and Gausman. Like, I mean, okay, Logan Webb and Tyler Anderson, up until the series against the Astros, they were doing fine. But where the hell was Jeff Samardzija? Where's the 2016 Jeff Samardzija? He's been awful, and now he's on the IL. And don't even get me started on the damn bullpen. The bullpen is awful. They cannot hold leads to save their damn lives. Like, they've blown so many games already this year. They blew a couple against the Rockies. They almost blew a couple against the Dodgers, like the ones that the Giants did win against the Dodgers. Yeah, they almost blew that. Like, they blew a lead, and they also blew leads against the Astros. Unbelievable, dude. Like, Tyler Rogers is a hack. He can't pitch. And yet, for some reason, Gabe Kapler, we'll get to him in a bit, he thinks that he needs to be out there every game, including save situations. We got lucky against the Astros the other night when Tyler Rogers was out there in the 10th inning and allowed the man to reach third base with 1 out. But of course, you know what? I'm just going to talk about this clown right now. Gabe Kapler sucks. He sucks. He's not a good manager. I don't care about the decisions he made against the Astros. I thought they were stupid to begin with. He just got bailed out by the players. Like for example, you have 2 men on base with 2 outs against the Astros. I think it was the 7th or 8th inning. I don't remember. But Alex Dickerson's due to come up. Who does he throw in there? Hunter Pence, who has an average below 100. Thank God that decision worked and Hunter Pence actually hit a home run there. But he had an average below 100. What are you doing throwing a hitter in there that can't hit when you have Alex Dickerson, who is 2 for 3 that night, who can easily get some RBIs? He had already gotten an RBI earlier in the game. Like, what are you doing throwing Pence in there? And then again later in the game, you take out Chadwick Trump for Pablo Sandoval. I forgot to mention him, by the way. He's another member of like the Belt Crawford squad that was in the World Series in the early 2010s. Yeah, forgot to mention him. He's washed and can't hit now. He can barely even run. But yeah, where was that Pablo Sandoval? What does he do? Strikes out in 3 pitches. Again, we had runners on base with 2 outs. Actually, that was the bottom of the 8th. I think Hunter Pence was the bottom of the 7th, or the top of the 7th. Top of the 8th, my bad. But still, Hunter Pence comes in. Oh, and let's not forget about the decision he made against the Dodgers. You have Kevin Gausman pitching a gem, right? He's in the 7th inning. He's allowed 2 hits so far. He gets the first out in the 7th inning, right? The Giants are up 2-0 in this situation, thanks to a Yastrzemski single in like a couple innings earlier. And we have 1 out in the 7th. Kevin Gausman had thrown like 70-some pitches at this point. He gives up a single to Cody Bellinger, okay? At this point, he had thrown 80 pitches. You know what Kapler does? He yanks him and puts in Tyler Rogers, who has an ERA over 10. An ERA over 10. You wouldn't even get, like, most teams would DFA you or option you to the minors if you had an ERA that high. Let alone put you in. And not to mention, Tyler Rogers had pitched 2 innings in the previous game. 2 innings in the previous game. Which was literally the night before. This was a day game. So, like, literally 12 hours earlier, maybe. Actually, probably more like 18 hours, but still. He had pitched 2 innings, and now you expect him to come in after Kevin Gausman had thrown 80 pitches. He's pitching a gem. He gives up a single to Cody Bellinger, and it's like, no, I'm just going to take him out. We're going to throw in Tyler Rogers. You know what Tyler Rogers did? Promptly gives up a single to Justin Turner, strikes out Max Muncy, and then A.J. Pollock, boom, 3-run bomb. Giants lose the lead. They lose the game. And they never get it back. Pathetic. Giants should have had that game. They really should have. Had he kept Gausman in the game like he should have, instead of being a clown and throwing a pitcher with a 10-plus ERA in there, Giants might have had a chance to win that game. I mean, Tyler Rogers completely blew a game against the Padres earlier in the year. Yeah, and let's not forget, a couple of our wins are comeback wins, thanks to Yastrzemski, Solano, and Slater. Like, I give those three the credit. Gabe Kapler gets zero credit for the Astros win. I don't care what anyone says. Hunter Pence bailed him out big time there. Yeah, this guy's a clown. We're not going to win games with him. I'm just going to say that right now. We're never going to have a winning season with Gabe Kapler. We're just not going to. It's not going to happen. Like, we'd be lucky to even win 70 games in a regular season, I feel like, with Gabe Kapler. We're not going anywhere with him. So, when is it going to be, Giants? When are you going to get your damn act together and start winning games? Like, seriously. Don't even get me started on the game last night. That was absolutely disgraceful. Like, Jesus Christ. Not knowing how to manage a freaking bullpen is one of the many faults that Gabe Kapler has. I mean, it's crazy that they hired him to begin with. I did a rant on that. Like, let me just remind you, Farhan Zaidi, he can't be trusted as far as I'm concerned. He's just as much of a clown as Gabe Kapler is. I mean, did he not watch the Phillies last year and the year before that, where they had a team loaded with talent and Kapler couldn't get them anywhere because of his poor management? But no, he wants to hire him because, oh, I'm good friends with Gabe Kapler. Yes. No. Stop right there, okay? You hire people that you think can manage your team. Like, do you not watch baseball? For God's sake. Anyway, guys, I'm really heated. The Giants have a day off today, thank God. So I don't have to have my freaking blood pressure raised through the roof because of this team. I mean, we were never going to go anywhere this season anyway, but this just seals it. Like, I have a feeling we're not even going to win 20 games. I'm saying that right now. 8 games, fluke. We're not even going to win 20 games this season. We're already back in last place. And knowing the Giants, they're probably going to trade Yastrzemski at the trade deadline. I would not be surprised if they did that. Or if they traded somebody else and got, like, nobody back for him. Because the Giants love doing that. I said it before, I'll say it again. They should have traded Madison Bumgarner last year to someone and gotten some prospects back. They could have gotten things for him. Bumgarner's a postseason pitcher. Like, who cares about his ERA during the regular season? The guy can pitch super well in the postseason. They could have gotten a lot back for him. But no, just let him walk. I swear, this team... I'm happy they have 3 World Series in the last decade, but I want them to do well all the time. I can't stand seeing them suck. I mean, look at the freaking Dodgers. They're still winning division titles. Yeah, so I guess we're back to watching those ass clown Dodgers winning more division titles and hoping they choke in the playoffs again, like the Giants do every single freaking year. We're just going to let those punk-ass Dodger fans roll it in our faces like they always do. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. I'll have more Pokemon, Fire Red, playthrough videos in the future. Stay tuned for that. And that's going to do it. I'm gone. Peace.